Yes, people. Hi, everyone. Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? Education of Commerce. Hello, sir. Jai Shri Krishna, sir. Jai Shri Krishna, Education of Commerce. What is your name, buddy? Sneha Taravade. Hi, Sneha. Hi, Sneha. Where are you from? Guys, call all your friends. Share this YouTube link to as many groups as possible. Sneha Taravade, Education of Commerce. Guys, share this YouTube link to as many people as possible so that we can have a highly interactive session, guys. Yes, people, give me a quick thumbs up for those who are watching right now. Smith Shah. Where are you from, Smith Shah? Education of Commerce. HGPA. Guys, come on. Call all your friends, people. Let's have a highly interactive session, people. Guys. Our goal is to complete this marathon in 3 days. 3 days into 3 hours. Your complete strategic marathon chapter should be done with. Okay, guys? Strategic management. Strategic management should be done with. Okay, people. So, shall we get started? We're going to start with the 9th chapter, people, that is strategic planning, alternatives and approaches. This chapter is, people, one of the lengthiest chapter in strategic management. People, just 1 second. Yes, people. Shubham Kawane. Hello, sir. Hi, Shubham. Hi, Shubham. So, guys, let's get started. Give me a quick thumbs up for those who are watching right now. Give me a quick thumbs up for those who are watching right now. Shubham Kawane, Education of Commerce, Neha, call all your friends, guys. Share this link to as many people as possible so that we can have a highly interactive session. Yes. So, guys, let's get started with the first chapter of this marathon series, that is strategic planning, alternatives and approaches. People, this is how we are going to conduct the marathon. We are going to understand the topic question wise. Limitation of traditional strategic planning. Okay, people, one second. This is last chapter. Yes, analysis of business environment. So we're going to understand all the topics question wise, people. Question wise, we're going to understand all the topics of the strategic management. Sir, when your law marathon will come? Education of Commerce. Are you asking me about CMA Inter or CMA Final? CMA Final law marathon is done, buddy. Smith Shah, CMA Final law marathon is done. Which law marathon are you talking about, Smith Shah? Sneha, Taravde, Shubham Kavane, are you guys ready? Yes, people. The first CMA Inter Education of Commerce, very soon CMA Inter Marathon will also be conducted. Okay, don't worry. The great Harshwardhan sir is going to conduct the marathon for law, education of commerce, buddy. Okay, guys, without wasting any time, let's quickly get started with the marathon for the subject of strategic management. So, the first chapter is, people, analysis of business environment. Analysis of business environment. So, the first question is, people, what are the characteristics of a business environment? Explain with examples. So, over here, we are going to understand the features, characteristics of a business environment. Okay. So, people, business environment, how many features are there, people? There are 6 features in business environment. 6 features of business environment. The number 1 feature is, people, business environment is highly very complex. Why? Because it is dependent on a lot of factors. A lot of factors are involved, so you cannot understand the business environment so easily. What are the factors involved? Number 1 is, people, economic factors are involved, political factors are involved, social factors are involved, legal and technological factors are involved, which are always not easy to understand. Let's understand with an example. A government budget may increase taxes, which affects people's spending habits, which then affects retail sales. Well, let's take an example of, let's say you are a cigarette manufacturing company. You are a cigarette manufacturing company. No matter how amazing your cigarette is, if the government is putting on double taxes on cigarettes, no matter how amazing your cigarettes is, customers will never prefer cigarettes. Why? Because it is very, very costly. People now tell me, is it in your hands to, so can you convince the customers to purchase your cigarettes? No, because the price of cigarette is very, very high. Why? Because of government taxes. So, business is dependent on a lot of factors. Economical, political, social, legal, technological. We're going to understand this in detail in pestle analysis. Okay. Till now, let's understand one thing, that business environment is very complex because a lot of factors are involved. So, you cannot predict or analyze a business environment so easily. Number 1 is, business environment is very, very complex. Number 2, business environment keeps on changing. Business environment keeps on changing. Before COVID, video conferencing, very hardly people conducted meetings through video conferencing. Now after COVID, suddenly people understood the value and the benefit, the convenience of conducting meeting via video conferencing. So the business environment keeps on changing. Keeps on changing. One more example, people. Before Flipkart came into picture, before Amazon came into India, we never purchased clothes online. Correct? We never purchased clothes online. But people, now because of Flipkart, now because of Amazon, we are habitual to purchasing clothes online. Myntra, Snapdeal, Flipkart, Jabong or Agio. So, what we were doing, how we were, the habits that we had 10 years back, the same habits are not right now. It is completely changing, keeps on changing. So, business environment is completely dynamic. Number 3 is, people, multifaceted. What is the meaning of multifaceted? Different people may view the business environment in different ways. Example, a fuel, if there is a rise in price of petrol, if there is a rise in the prices of petrol, the logistics company, the transport companies are run on petrol, they may incur heavy cost. For them it's a bad thing, but for EV business it's a good thing. Why? Because if petrol price increases, people will prefer buying EV vehicles. Hence it's a good thing for EV but a bad thing for petrol. One effect that is one action of the government, that is to increase the prices of petrol, had led to two different impacts. For petrol run companies, it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. For EV run vehicles, it's a good thing. Everybody with me? Give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Next is far-reaching impact. What is the meaning of far-reaching impact? Environmental changes can deeply affect the business, its strategy, profitability, and even survival. What is the meaning of this, people? Let's say, people, government has banned single-use plastic bag. Government has banned single-use plastic bags. Now, people, the companies which manufactures plastic bags, for them, this government initiative is a total disaster. It's a total disaster. Why? Because government has now banned plastic bags. So now their businesses now no more. But businesses like paper bags, now these businesses will start to gain suddenly heavy profits. Why? Because plastic use have been banned, people. Plastic use have been banned. Let's understand using an example. The ban on single-use plastic forced many packaging companies to redesign their entire product line. Some businesses just disappeared and some businesses suddenly started to earn huge amount of profits. Why? Because of just one action by the government, that is to ban single-use plastic. Yes, people, everyone with me, give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Give me a quick thumbs up. We are understanding every single thing via practical examples. Okay. So this marathon is going to be super interesting, guys. Okay. Trust me. Give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Quickly. Smith Shah, Sneha, Shubham. Everyone, give me a quick thumbs up. Yes, people, give me a quick thumbs up. Yes, perfect. Now, the fifth feature of a business environment is uncertainty. What is the meaning of uncertainty? It is totally unpredictable. Even with data, even with all type of analysts, you cannot ever predict the future. You cannot find out what the future is. A sudden court ruling or international war can disrupt businesses even if companies had planned everything. People, no matter how amazing businessman you are or how amazing businesswoman you are. Now, if India is at a war with Pakistan, and if you are the resident of a country which is at a war, no matter how amazing business you make, your business will not prosper properly because government is because your country is in a war, and when the country is in a war, businesses generally do not earn profits. Generally, business do not perform very well. That is the reason why future is always uncertain. Future is always uncertain, no matter how amazing businessman or businesswoman you are. Future is always uncertain because anything can happen. Anything can happen. Now, people, you tell me, before this war broke out, was there any possibility for us to know that India will be at a war with Pakistan? No. Because of that one incident that took place in Jammu and Kashmir, everything happened. Right, people? Next is, people, relativity. What is the meaning of relativity? The impact of the environment varies from businesses to business and even from country to country. What is the meaning of this? Let's understand this using an example. A law promoting solar energy is very beneficial for a solar panel company but has no major impact on the clothing brand. Okay, let's say, people, government is giving lots of benefits for the companies which is operating on solar energy. Government is giving lots of benefit for the company operating on solar energy, right? So now, whichever company is going to be engaged in solar energy will benefit. But what about the clothing brand? What about the shoe brand? Will they get any benefit? No. So it depends, people. For one decision of government, one government decision may have a very good impact or a very bad impact or no impact at all. No impact at all. These are the people characteristics of a business environment. Number one is business environment is very complex. It is very difficult to predict. It is very difficult to analyze. Number two is business environment keeps on changing. Number three is what if one business is seen profitable by one person, that same business will not be seen profitable by another person. So it's multifaceted. Different people look at business environment in different ways. Number four, it has got a far reaching impact. It has a great impact. Number five is future is always uncertain. And last is it is relative. What is the meaning of relative, guys? Varies across businesses or regions. One business may earn profit, one business may earn loss, or another business may not have any impact at all. Easy. Shubham, Sneha, Education of Commerce. Everyone, give me a quick thumbs up. Yes, people, give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Perfect. Hi, Sagar Patel. Where are you from, Sagar Patel? Sneha, Shubham. Perfect, guys. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Is my language easy? I hope my English language is easy to understand, people. If you think my language is very, very difficult, just let me know. I will simplify my language. Okay? Sneha, Shubham, just let me know if my English is difficult to understand. If you think it is difficult, I will simplify my English language. Okay? From Pune, sir. Taranum Sheikh. Hi, Taranum Sheikh. Where are you from? Taranum Sheikh. Sagar Patel is from Pune. Okay. All right, guys. All right. Now, let's begin with the next topic. That is, what are the layers of business environment? Perfect, Sneha. Perfect. What are the layers of business environment? Let's understand. So, people, there are 4 layers of business environment. There are 4 layers of business environment. The number 1, the inner layer is called as, no sir, it's very easy to understand. Perfect, Shubham, perfect. Amazing. Taranum Sheikh official. Let me know, buddy, where are you from? Okay. So, people, there are 4 layers in total. There are 4 layers in total. Number 1 layer is organization itself, the company itself, the organization itself. The innermost layer is called as organization core. So it includes internal factors, things within the company's control. Those factors which are within the company's control, like employees, customers, the structure of the company, the processes, functions of a company is within the control of the company, right? So they will come under the organization layer. A company improves its delivery speed by training staff better. Akola, okay, Taranum official, you are from Akola. Perfect. So people, let's say Swiggy company wants to increase the delivery speed of the delivery boys. So they will train them how to ride properly. They will train them how to ride properly, how to use Google Maps. Everything will be trained by Swiggy so that the food will be delivered in a faster way compared to the original speed. So this is within the company's control. So the organization, the core will be number 1 layer. The number 2 layers, people, competitors and markets. Competitors and market. Let's understand this using an example. People, this includes rival companies and customer behavior will come under competitors and market. For example, Zomato competing with Swiggy for delivery speed and pricing. Let's say now people, Zomato or Swiggy, one of them wants to deliver food via drones. Now people, now they are competing against each other. Who is going to deliver food in the fastest way possible? Let's say Swiggy is delivering food in half an hour. Zomato, with the help of drones, will deliver food in 10 minutes, guaranteed. So obviously people, you guys will prefer Zomato. Why? Because they are delivering food at the fastest speed possible. So this will include competitors and market. So competitors and markets is the second layer of a business environment. So there are two layers of business environment. Number one is the organization and number two is competitors and markets. Very easy. And number three is people, industry or sector. Number three is industry or sector. Can anyone tell me the difference between industry and the rivals? Taranam official, Shubham, Sneha. Can you tell me the difference between industry and rivals in an industry? Yes, people? Can anyone tell me the difference between industry and rivals? People, Swiggy's rival is Zomato. So this will come under competitors plus market. Industry means what, people? Uber Eats, Swiggy, Zomato, and all the food delivery apps. This is the meaning of industry. All the players in the market will be called as industry. Sagar Patil, sir, competitors. Yes, Sagar Patil, competitors will come under rivals and industry will include all the players in the industry. Is called as the basic difference between industry and rivals. So, what is the explanation, people? Bigger picture of the whole industry and not just individual rivals. Example, demand for electric vehicles rising in the auto industry. Auto industry will include petrol run vehicles also, EV run vehicles also, correct? So this is complete auto industry, but for EVs, there are different EVs, Tech Mahindra, Tata EV, Elon Musk EV. So this will include, people, the bigger picture of the whole industry will come into picture. But in competitors and rivals, only one or two competitors will come into the picture. Next, people, macro environment. Very important. Macro environment will include political, economical, social, environmental, and legal. External forces affecting all industries. Basically, whatever policies is going to affect the entire industry will come under macro environment. Government has decreased the prices of EV run vehicles. If the government is giving benefit to EV industry, so it's going to impact the entire auto industry, including petrols, diesels, and EV, right? So this is called as macro environment. Macro environment, which is beyond the control of the company. Change in tax laws or climate policies affecting many competitors. Many companies, sorry. So there are people, 4 layers of business environment. Number 1 is the organization itself. Number 2 is competitors and markets. And number 3 is people, industry or sector. And number 4 is macro environment. Yes, people, everybody with me? Sagar Patel, Taranam Sheikh, official, Shubham, Sneha, education of commerce. Give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Perfect, perfect. Now people, next question is, why is pestle analysis important in environmental scanning? Why is pestle analysis important? Let's understand. People, P means pestles, P means political, economical, E means economical, S means social, T means technological, E means environmental, and L means legal. Okay, now let's understand the meaning. Political means people, government rules, political stability. We'll understand this in detail. Okay, let's understand this in brief right now. Government rules, policies, and government stability will be included over here. Pestle analysis. Number 2 is economical. Inflation and interest rate will come into the picture. Next is social means what people? Culture, lifestyle, population trends will come into the picture. We're going to understand everything along with examples in great detail in the next topic. Okay, just wait till here. Next is technological means what people? New technology or innovation. Environmental means what people? Green laws, climate change will come under environment. Legal means labor laws, safety rules, all types of rules and regulation will come under legal. Very easy. Now let's understand the second chapter, the lengthiest chapter of this, the lengthiest sub-chapter of this chapter is pestle, value chain and Porter's framework. Okay, let's understand this in great detail. Now people, comes the very important topic, that is pestle framework. Very important, guys. Pestle framework. People, we all know political, economical, social, tech, environmental, legal. Okay. Now let's come to the political. People, Sneha, Taranam Sheikh, official, Sagar Patel, everyone tell me, if you have got 1 crore money in your bank account, will you invest in Singapore or will you invest in Pakistan or Bangladesh? Quickly tell me, guys. If you have got 1 crore money in your bank account, are you going to invest this in Dubai, Singapore, or are you going to invest in Pakistan or Bangladesh? Singapore. Shubham Kavane, perfect. Singapore. Why? Because in Singapore, yes, Sagar, correct. Sneha, perfect. Why, guys? Because in Singapore, government is very stable. And if you invest over there, you are definitely sure businesses are properly run over there. Yes, Sagar Patil, because of political stability. Perfect. So government makes laws affecting businesses. So obviously you will invest in that country where the government policies towards businesses is in your favor or is in the best interest of the business. Correct? So number 1 is political. People, example, let's take an example. In 2022, there was crisis in Sri Lanka that caused inflation, that caused rise in the prices of products and services, and also shortages hitting businesses hard. Now people, you tell me, if you are a person who wants to invest, will you invest in a country where it is already in a crisis? No. So political instability and political stability matters a lot in the business environment. Number two, political stability. India's Make in India and Singapore's low taxes attracted big companies. Now people, you tell me, you have two countries. Number one is Singapore and number two is Dubai. In Singapore, you know that there is very, very less taxes applicable, but in Dubai there are a lot of taxes applicable. Both the countries' government is stable. Now you tell me, where will you invest? Where will you invest? Will you invest where there is low taxes, or will you invest where there is high taxes? Singapore or Dubai? High taxes or low taxes? Quickly tell me, guys. People, we are going to understand everything with so many interesting examples that people, you will learn a lot of things apart from just regular lectures. Yes, lower tax. Perfect, perfect. So people, government's policies matters a lot. Why? Because if government is unstable, you will not invest. And in the government, even though it is stable, but the policies towards the businesses are not good, you will not invest. Low taxes, Singapore, low taxes, low tax, perfect. Shubham, Sneha, Taranam, perfect, guys. Now, politics is done, people. Politics is done. Now, people, number two, economic, macro environment forces. Macro environment forces. Now, people, in over here in macro environment forces, there are 5 factors. Number one is economic growth. Economic growth. People, I usually give this example to all my regular students. So, what example I give is Apple earned a lot of profit. Apple earned a lot of revenue between the period of 2010 to 2020. Apple earned humongous amount of revenue between 2010 to 2020. Why, people? Why? Because there was more economic growth in the country. There was more economic growth in the country, because of which people suddenly started to have a lot of money to spend. People suddenly started to have a lot of money to spend. So because of that, people, this led to business expansion, and Apple boomed during 2010 to 2020 economic growth. Now people, economic growth matters a lot. Yes or no, people? Yes or no? In business environment, economic growth matters a lot. Taranum, Sneha, Shubham Kavane, Sagar Patil, tell me, guys, economic growth is good or bad for a business? Economic growth is good or bad for a business? Quickly tell me, guys. Economic growth is good or bad for a business? Tararam, Sneha, Shubham, Sagar. Shubham Kaune is saying it is good for a business. Correct? Sneha, Taranam, what about you guys? Do you think economic growth is good or bad for a business? Good, because it helps for expansion. Perfect. Perfect. Taranam, Sheikh official, what about you, buddy? Economic growth is good or bad for a business? Yes, people. Tell me. Shubham is saying it is good for the business. Neha is saying it is good because it helps for expansion. Perfect. Now people, I will tell you one thing. You cannot say if economic growth is good or bad for a business. Let's understand this using an example. People in 2008, US suffered 2008 recession. There was a very less economic growth in US during the period of 2008. But still, there was one company that earned a lot of money. Yes, Neha Taravde. It can be both also. So, McDonald's, if you take an example of McDonald's, because of low economic growth, people did not have money. If people did not have money, they cannot afford to go to restaurants. If they cannot afford to go to restaurants, what they will do? They will go towards fast food restaurants. They will go to fast food restaurants. Why? Because they will provide you with food at low price. They will provide you food at a low price, and because of that suddenly customers once upon a time were going towards all the restaurants and McDonald's was empty. Suddenly, because of 2008 recession, people suddenly had very less money and everybody started to go to McDonald's. So because of that reason, McDonald's earned huge amount of profit. McDonald's earned huge amount of profit. So economic growth matters a lot, people. Whether it is good or bad, both are important. We cannot say both are important. Both matter. Economic growth, both matter. For one company, good economic growth is good thing, and for another company, bad economic growth is also good thing. Next is people interest rate. Interest rate. Now people, Tesla. Let's take an example of Tesla. Tesla in 2022, suddenly it started to earn a lot of revenue. Why? Because in 2022 Tesla borrowed huge amounts of loan. Again, why? Because interest rate was very less, because of which Tesla borrowed huge amount of loan, and because they got huge amount of loan at low interest rate, they used it in the business in the best way possible. Best way possible. Because of which the growth of the business, the growth of Tesla suddenly started to go up by 100 times. So interest rate matters a lot. Next is people, currency exchange. Example, Toyota weak currency people means people cheap exports. Strong currency means expensive exports. Example people, Toyota benefited when yen weakened. Apple sales slowed in Europe when USD got strong. Now people, you guys tell me, currency rate going up is a good thing or a bad thing? Currency rate going up, is it a good thing or a bad thing? Shubham, Sneha, Taranum, Sheikh official. Everyone quickly tell me, currency rate going up, is it a good thing or a bad thing? Yes, people. Sneha, Shubham, Taranam, Sheikh official. Quickly, guys, tell me, currency rate going up, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Shubham is saying both. Bad. Sneha Tarode is right. Shubham, currency going up or going down, both are bad things. Currency should be stable. The more stable your currency is, the more business you can do with other countries. I will explain you with an example. People, tomorrow, let's say Apple saying US dollars increases, the price of the rate of US dollar suddenly started to increase. Now if rate of US dollar suddenly goes up, iPhones will become costlier. The iPhone which we were getting for 50,000 rupees, suddenly that same iPhone will be costing us 1 lakh rupees. Why? Because US dollars value suddenly started to increase. So now people, you tell me, will we buy iPhone from US? Will we buy iPhone from US if the currency rate of US suddenly goes up? Do you think we'll buy iPhone from US? Shubham, Sneha, Taranam Sheikh officials, Sagar Patel. Tell me, if currency rate suddenly goes up and the iPhones in the US, which was costing 50,000 rupees, now it is costing 1 lakh rupees, do you think we Indians will purchase iPhones from US? Yes, people. Sneha, Shubham. No, perfect, perfect, perfect. So the currency rate also matters a lot. Currency rate also matters a lot. Now, people, you tell me, suddenly iPhone, the US dollars prices rate suddenly drops by 20 or 30 points. Suddenly drops by, let's say, 50 points. US dollar, which was worth 100 rupees, now US dollar is worth 50 rupees. US dollar is worth 50 rupees. Now the iPhone which was costing us 1 lakh rupees, now the same iPhone is costing us 50,000 rupees. Now will you not purchase iPhone from US or not? Yes or no? Will you not purchase iPhone from US? Yes or no? Yes, perfect. So this is how Toyota company benefited when yen weakened. Yen is a currency in Japan. When yen weakened, Toyota benefited. So people, currency exchange also matters a lot in business environment. Next is people, inflation. Example, Sri Lanka's inflation hurt businesses and forced IMF. Okay, let's take an example, or let's take another example. What is the meaning of inflation? Inflation means rise in the prices of products and services. Inflation means rise in the prices of products and services. Now suddenly, because of inflation, Netflix had to increase the subscription pricing for its customers, because of which Netflix had lost all its customers. So inflation also plays a very important role. So until now we understood four things: economic growth, interest rate, currency exchange, and number four is inflation. This is prices, this is currency, and this is interest rate. Now next is deflation. Can anyone tell me, guys, what is the meaning of deflation? Shubham, Sneha. Sneha is saying we will purchase. Perfect, Sneha, perfect. Can you guys tell me what is the meaning of deflation? People, I will tell you. You're taking a lot of time to answer, so let me tell you. People, deflation means reduction in the prices of products and services. Reduction in the prices of products and services. Now people, if the prices are going down, will you not purchase products and services? Will you not purchase products and services if the prices go down? Yes or no, guys? Yes, Neha, perfect. Decrease in price, perfect. Now, guys, tell me, will you not purchase products and services if the price is getting reduced? If there is a reduction in the prices, will you not purchase the products and services? Price dropping continues. Perfect, Shubham. Perfect. Perfect. So, people, I will tell you. In case of deflation, you will not purchase products and services immediately. You will not purchase products and services immediately. Let's take an example of stock market. People, now you want to purchase stocks of Reliance. You want to purchase shares of Reliance. Reliance shares price is dropping continuously. Will you purchase Reliance shares or will you wait for the Reliance price to drop furthermore? We will purchase it due to decrease in the price. Sneha Tarade, perfect. But the answer I am expecting is different. Will you purchase products and services at low cost because the price is dropping, or will you wait for the prices to go further down? Sneha Taravade, what happened? People, come on, quickly tell me, guys. Quickly tell me. Will you purchase products and services at low price or will you wait for the prices to go further down? Wait for down. Perfect, Shubham. Perfect. So, people, when you wait further down, yes, when you wait for the prices to go further down, when consumers wait, that means consumers are not purchasing products and services. Consumers, if they are waiting for the prices to go down, that means they are not purchasing goods and services. If they are not purchasing, sellers will not get benefited, businesses will not earn profit. Why? Because consumers are waiting for the prices to go down, so businesses will not earn any revenue. If the businesses do not earn any revenue, that means there is very slow economic growth. There is very slow economic growth. Slow economic growth and job losses. Everybody with me, people? Shubham, Sneha, Taranam Sheikh official, Sagar Patel, Education of Commerce, Sumit Shah. Give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Give me a quick thumbs up if you all guys are with me. Chalo. Now let's move on to the next element, that is social. Until now, we have completed political, we have completed economical. Now we'll start with social. Perfect, guys, perfect. Now start with social. Changes in population, culture and society affects business strategies. Aging population means labor shortages but opens opportunities for automation. Now people, you tell me, you are operating in an area where there are a lot of senior citizens involved. You are operating your business in an area where a lot of senior citizens are forming the majority of the population, very less youth are forming the population. Now people, don't you think the people you will be employing will be very, very less? Don't you think the people you will be employing will be very, very less? Because in your area, majority of the population is only senior citizen. Very less are forming the youth population. Don't you think you will end up employing very less in number? If you are employing very less in number, the only way you can run your business very well is due to automation. Now people, manpower is very, very less. Now the only option that you have is automation through robots. So this is how Panasonic and Toyota ensured automation. Why? Because in Japan, majority of the population or a lot in number of people are of senior citizens age. Very, very less are of youth population. That is the reason why Panasonic and Toyota had got no other option but to make their business in automation, to put their business in automation. Next, population is done. Culture. People, do you think McDonald's can very easily sell beef in US? Sneha, Taranam, Sagar, Shubham, do you think McDonald's can very easily sell beef in US? Yes or no? But the answer is yes. Do you think McDonald's can use the same business strategy in India by selling beef? Will McDonald's be successful in selling beef in India? Answer me in yes or no, guys. Answer me in yes or no. Will McDonald's be successful in selling beef in India? Yes, and in Pakistan also. Shubham, McDonald's will be successful in Pakistan if they sell beef. But in India, if they sell beef, they will not be successful. Consumption of beef is very low in India because it is not in a culture to consume beef. So the same business strategy will not be applicable everywhere. So over there, culture plays a very important role in business. Next is society. Let's take an example of Nike. Nike company promotes LGBTQ plus community. Nike promotes LGBTQ plus community. So they will be successful everywhere. But will they be successful to those places which are very, very conservative in nature, to those places which do not even consider transgender? Do you think Nike will be successful in operating in that area where people just know who is a male and who is a female? Apart from that, transgenders, people see them as a very bad thing. Do you think Nike will be successful in operating in a place where people see transgenders as a bad thing? Yes or no, people? Nike will not be successful if they are operating in a place where society sees transgenders as a very, very bad thing. McDonald's will be successful. Nike will be successful in operating their business in a place where LGBTQ plus community are promoted. Over there they will be successful, but where they will not be successful where society sees transgender as a bad thing. Yes, people. Next, more women working leads to flexible policies. Example, Unilever. But some industries struggle to adapt. Which industry struggle to adapt in employing women? Can anyone tell me, guys? Which industry finds it difficult to employ women in their workplace? Perfect, Sneha, Shubham, perfect. Can anyone tell me which industry may find difficult for to employ women in their workplace? Construction company, mining company, coal extraction companies, those activities which are very, very dangerous for women, those industries, no matter the population of women is high or low there, they cannot employ women. Why? Because it's very, very dangerous. So people, this will come under social. Yeah, manufacturing industry, no, Shubham. It is going to be construction industry, extraction industry, right? Oil extraction, coal mining, construction activities. These activities which are dangerous for women can never employ women in their workplace, no matter how great the population of women is there in that society. They cannot employ. Why? Because it is dangerous for women. Next, people, ethnic and cultural diversity. I have told you, beef. Next, LGBTQ plus also covered. Next is income gaps create distinct markets. Income gaps create distinct markets. Now, people, do you think Apple can sell their iPhone no matter how amazing their business is? Do you think iPhone will be successful in selling Apple will be successful in selling their iPhones to a slum industry, slum area? Slum area, no. No matter how amazing Apple phone is, no matter how amazing, how great, how beautiful their marketing strategy, operation efficiency, everything, let it be 10 on 10, but still they cannot sell their iPhones to people in slums. Why? Because they cannot afford it. Number one. Number two is Oppo, Vivo, MI. Can they sell to people? Yes. By giving them discount, they can sell their phones. So, income gaps also plays a very, very important role, guys. Next, people, technology. New technology creates chances and challenges. Netflix, Blockbuster, internet streaming was on the verge. Everyone started to have internet in their houses in the period of 1990s to 2000 period. Blockbuster and Netflix both were into the same business of selling DVD movies, but Blockbuster did not invest into streaming. Netflix invested into streaming, because of which Blockbuster went bankrupt and Netflix is worth today 2 lakh crores. Why? Because they invested into technology. So internet streaming was good for Netflix, but it was bad for Blockbuster. So technology also plays a very important role. Next, people, environment. Tesla leads with electric cars. Nike sells eco-friendly shoes. Coca-Cola had to improve packaging. Why? Because customers prefer eco-friendly products and services of the businesses. Because consumers prefer to use eco-friendly products, they give more priority to eco-friendly products. And those companies which do not use eco-friendly products, customers will not purchase products and services from that company. Easy people, Shubham, Sneha, Sagar Patel. Am I easy? Are topics easy to understand now? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes. Next people, legal. Last, legal. Over here, people, Tata Steel follows strict safety rules because of labor laws. Labor laws, there is a law called as labor laws. Labor laws requires company to create safe working environment for all the people working in the factories, right? So now if Tata Steel is not following the labor laws, is not providing safe, hygienic working conditions to all their employees, they may get penalized. They may get penalized. If they get penalized, their reputation will be lost. If the reputation is lost, they will not be able to do business very well. So that is the reason why people laws also plays a very important role. Legal laws plays a very important role. Apple improved warranties after continuous lawsuits. Google faced GDPR fines, basically data privacy policy. Okay, so basically people till now we understood that legal plays a very important role. So this is the gist. Pestle means political, E means economical, S means social, T means technological, E means environmental, and L means legal. We are done with pestle analysis, people. People, once we are done with the second chapter, all the remaining chapters is very small. We can complete it in 1 hour. We can complete this in 1 hour. In next half an hour, this chapter will be over. Sneha, Shubham, Sagar. Guys, do you need a break of 5 minutes? Yes or no? Sneha, Shubham, Sagar, Taranam Sheikh official. Do you guys need a break of 5 to 10 minutes? Let me know. Vedant Abang. Oh my god. Good morning. Vedant, it's good evening, buddy. Vedant Abang. Guys, do you need a break of 5 to 10 minutes? Let me know. Shubham. Sneha, yes. Okay, guys. So let's take a break of 10 minutes. We'll meet at 5:28 p.m. Sagar Patel is saying you can continue. Buddy, we'll take a break and we'll meet at 5:28 p.m. guys. Okay? Okay, Vedant. Perfect. Don't leave now, guys. Porter's 5 framework is very important. So let's meet at 5:28 p.m. Yes, people? Everybody? Yes, people? क्या मौसम है आज का? सर एक क्वेश्चन बैंक बना के भेजो आईपीएम क्वेश्चन के। वेदांत, मैराथन नोट्स आर इन क्वेश्चन फॉर्मेट ओनली। क्वेश्चन आंसर फॉर्मेट में ही है मैराथन के नोट्स। ठीक है बड़ी, मैराथन पढ़ लो, दैट्स इट। जस्ट read this marathon notes, read, understand and learn this marathon notes and you will be done. You will be done. Okay guys, shall we get started? Sneha, Vedant, Shubham, Sagar, Taranam Sheikh official. Chalo guys, let's continue. Question number 2 is, people, what are the activities involved in the value chain of an organization? Hello Sneha. What are the activities involved in the value chain of an organization? Okay, now what is the meaning of value chain, people? Value chain means all the business activities that are required to convert raw materials inputs into finished goods output is called as value chain. Activities form a chain that transforms inputs into valuable products or services. The goal is to improve efficiency and gain advantage. Yes, people. Now, what are the two types of business activities? Primary activities and support activities. Primary activity means people got direct activities that are involved in the business to convert raw materials into finished goods is called as primary activities. They're called as primary activities. What is the meaning of support activities? Those business activities that support primary activities is called as support activities. Let's understand this with an example. So primary activities involves 5 activities. Number 1 is inbound logistics, managing receipt, storage and transportation of raw materials to production units. When you transport raw materials into the factories, it is called as inbound logistics. Maruti Suzuki sourcing steel and parts efficiently for car manufacturing is called as inbound logistics. Number 2 is, people, operations. What is the meaning of operations? Processes, actual processes that transforms raw materials into finished goods is called as operations. Number 1 step is inbound logistics. Once raw materials come into the factory, the process is called as source factories. Raw materials. This is called as inbound logistics. Now, the factories, they convert raw materials into finished goods. This is called as, people, actual operations. Next is outbound logistics. Now that raw materials have been converted into finished goods, now this is required to be transported to customers. So this is called as outbound logistics. Then comes next marketing and sales. Creating, now that customers, now that products are gone to customers, now people, our goal is to increase our customer base. Now our goal is to increase our customer base. So for that purpose, we need to tell the customers that we have made XYZ product or services. That is called as marketing and sales. Now that marketing is also done, inbound logistics is also done, outbound logistics is also done, operations are also done. Now the remaining is people, after sales service should also be done, right? When you purchase air conditioner, your air conditioner will be having warranty. Your air conditioner might go repaired. So everything is called as after sales service. Very easy. So 5 types of activities are involved. Number 1 is inbound logistics. Number 2 is operation. Number 3 is outbound logistics. Number 4 is marketing and sales. And number 5 is service. Everybody with me? Taranam Sheikh officials, Neha, Vedant, Shubham. Everybody with me, guys? Give me a quick thumbs up. Yes, people, give me a quick thumbs up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now next, what are support activities? What are support activities? Now we understood activities that support primary activities to improve efficiency. Now means what, people? Whatever activities are required to perform any of these operations quickly in the best possible manner is called as support activities. Very easy. Now let's understand the types of support activities. Number 1 is people procurement. So people, we know that inbound logistics means you purchase, now you transport raw materials from the supplier to the factory. This is called as inbound logistics. But to find out from which person should you buy raw materials is very, very important. So to choose the best supplier is called as procurement. Number 2, technological development. Using R&D, automation, software and IT systems to improve products and processes is called as technological development. Number 3 is managing the employees, managing the laborers will come under human resource management. Number 4, infrastructure, system like planning, finance, quality control and IT that support the entire business operation will come under infrastructure. Example, Amazon's IT systems managing orders, warehouses and delivery worldwide will come under infrastructure. Human resource, technology and supplier. Everyone with me now? Is it easy now, people? Now there are, how can you add value? How can you add value? What are different types of value that you can add? There are 2 types of adding value. Either you can add value in the early stages or you can add value at a later stage. Now what do you mean by early stage and later stage? Let's understand. Focus on product design, R&D and sourcing. Raw materials will come under upstream. Downstream means people, now the product has been designed, now the product has been manufactured, now marketing, sales, distribution, after sales service will be involved. So now basically product, this is called as upstream. Now that the product has been manufactured, Now, after you manufacture products, what all things you will take into consideration will come under downstream. Easy, guys. Everybody with me, give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Give me a quick thumbs up. Everybody with me? Now let's understand after this. The main topic of today's marathon is Porter's 5 framework. Taranam Sheikh official, Sagar Patel, Sneha, Vedant. Give me a quick thumbs up. Where is Shubham? Give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Perfect, perfect. Well, just one second. Yes. Now let's begin the heart, the most important, the lengthiest topic of this marathon. That is Porter's 5 forces framework. Porter's 5 forces framework. So people, what is Porter's 5 framework forces? Let's understand. It is a strategic tool to analyze competition within an industry and understand how competitive pressure affects profitability. Basically, it's a tool to analyze competition in an industry. It's a tool to basically analyze a competition in an industry. Is called as that this strategic tool is called as Porter's 5 forces framework. Now, people, what all things we should keep in mind? Number one, it applies to strategic business unit and not the entire company. It applies to iPhone, it applies to iPad, it applies to MacBook, it applies to iMac, but it will not apply to Apple. So iPhone, iPad, MacBook, iMac are all strategic business units of a company, that is Apple. Continuous analysis is required because industries keep changing constantly. We understood. Forces are interconnected, means all the forces that we are going to understand are all interdependent. One force depends on other depends on other. Companies can influence or disrupt these forces for advantage. Company can either take the advantage of the forces or they can be disadvantaged by the forces. Let's understand this. So there are how many forces, people? Sneha, Shubham, Vedant, Taranam Sheikh official, Sagar Patel. How many forces are there in total? There are in total 5 forces are there. The number 1 force, people, risk of entry by potential competitors. Risk of entry by potential competitors. What is the meaning of this? Let's understand. Companies which are not currently in the industry, but they can enter if they wanted to. Yes, guys, once again. Yes, people, everyone with me? Yes, people, everybody with me, give me a quick thumbs up. So, the force number one is, people, risk of entry by potential competitors. The meaning of potential means they are not in the industry, but they can enter if they wanted to, is called as potential competitors. So, when the entry risk is high, it is bad for existing companies. What is the meaning of this, people? When will the entry risk be high? If it is easy for new companies to enter, it threatens the market share and profits of the existing players. So number two is when entry risk is very low, good for existing companies. High barriers protect existing companies from new. Let's forget this. I will give you two examples, people. Two examples. Tomorrow, if I want to start a telecom company, tomorrow, if I want to start a telecom company or an airline company, I will come under this airline telecom. Tomorrow, if I want to start a chart stall, tomorrow I want to start a chart shop, then I will come under entry risk is high. Sneha, Taranam, Sheikh Official, Shubham, Sneha, Vedant. Tell me which business is easier to start. Is it chart shop or is it telecom business? Which business is easier to start? Is it telecom company or is it a chart shop? Chart shop is easier to start. Now, people, if it is easier to start a chart shop, yes, all the existing players in the market will find it very, very difficult to survive. Why? Because any person can start a chart shop. If everyone if everyone gets into the chart shop business, their profit margin will be affected. But it is very, very difficult to start a telecom business. It is very, very difficult to start a telecom company. So the existing players are very, very safe. They know that it is very difficult for new companies to enter the market. So we are safe. Okay. Now let's understand what are the 5 key barriers like this. So 5 key barriers are, people. Number 1 is economies of scale. Economies of scale. People, now you tell me, there is one company called Tesla and the other is EV startup. EV startup. Tell me which company can order raw materials in bulk and which companies cannot order raw materials in bulk. Tesla and EV startup. Which company among these two can order, they have got so much money that they can order raw materials in bulk? Tesla or this EV startup? Which company can purchase raw materials in bulk? Is it Tesla or is it EV startup? Yes, people, come on, quickly tell me, guys. Quickly tell me, guys. Which company can order raw materials in bulk? They have got so much amount of money that they can easily order raw materials in bulk at a discount. Tesla can purchase raw materials in bulk. Perfect, Shubham. Perfect. So, people, if Tesla is able to purchase raw materials at bulk, they can get those raw materials at a discount, which is not applicable to this small EV startup, right? So if Tesla can get raw materials in bulk, they can also produce EV vehicles at a slightly lower cost compared to this small EV startup. If this Tesla is able to produce or manufacture or sell EV cars at a discount, don't you think customers will purchase cars from Tesla and they will not purchase car from the small startup? Why? This is called as economies of scale. Number one barrier is economies of scale. The ones who has got a lot of money, they can purchase materials in bulk at a discount, and if they can purchase materials at a discount, they can also sell it at a discount. If they sell it at a discount, consumers will obviously purchase cars from the big person, right? This is the power of economies of scale. Number one is economies of scale. Number two is people, brand loyalty. I will never switch my iPhone to an Android brand because I am very loyal customer of Apple. So over here, customers' trust and preference also matters a lot. This is called as brand loyalty. Number three is people, absolute cost advantages. Let's say people, there are two oil companies, 1 and 2. Oil, so people, you tell me, if second company wants to extract oil, extraction of oil, extraction of oil. If first company wants to extract oil, they will have to go a lot in depth. 300 meters is the depth, is the height, after which they can get these oils. But for this company, it is very easy to extract oil because oil is at a upper surface. Now you guys tell me, which company will be able to extract oil very easily at a low cost? Which company will be able to extract oil very easily at a low cost? Is it 1 or is it 2? Yes, perfect. This is called as absolute cost advantage. Better production processes and experience, exclusive access to resources, cheaper financing option. Taranam Sheikh official, perfect. Next, customer switching cost. People, now that I use Microsoft Office for, let's say I'm using Microsoft Office since 10 years. Now, if Apple introduces a new software for the same work, it will be very difficult for me to switch to Apple's software. Why? Because I am habitual in using Microsoft Office, so I will obviously use Microsoft Office for a long period of time. I will not switch to Apple even though Apple is better. Why? Because I will need to put extra time, extra effort or money to switch to Apple software, right? It's called as customer switching cost. The cost for me switching to Apple is very high. That is called as customer switching cost. Next, government regulation. People, Is it easier to start an alcohol business in India? Is it easier to start alcohol business in India, or is it easier to start a chart shop in India? Alcohol business is easier to start, or chart business is easier to start? Taranam Sheikh officials, Neha, Vedant, Shubham, Sahil. Quickly guys, answer me the question. Is it easy to open a chart shop, or is it easy to start a alcohol business in India? Chart shop is easier to start. Why? Because if I want to start an alcohol business, there are a lot of government regulations involved. So people, government regulation also plays a very important role. So these are the key entry barriers. Number one is people, under risk of entry by potential competitors. Why is it difficult for new companies to enter the market? What can be the possible reasons? Number one is economies of scale. Number two is brand loyalty. Number three is absolute cost advantages. Number four, customer switching cost. Number five is government regulations. Taranam Sheikh official, chart shop is easy to open, alcohol is no. Perfect, perfect. Shubham Kaun is also saying no. Sneha is also saying yes. Perfect guys, perfect. Now let's start with the next force, that is rivalry among established companies. Very important guys. Okay. Now that companies have entered into the market, earlier company did not enter into the market. So these are the barriers for new companies to enter the market. Now that companies have entered the market, now what? What all challenges the company can face? Let's understand. So people, let's understand basically the meaning of rivalry among established companies. Competitive struggle between companies already existing in the industry, we know this. Now, how do existing companies compete? How do existing companies compete? Number one is people, price competition. Jio, if they offer lower price compared to Airtel, Vodafone, Idea, everyone will switch to Jio. Product design, iPhones design is super amazing. Remaining phones design is not as good as Apple. So companies can also compete via product design. Number three, advertising and promotion. Nike advertisement, if you see, it's super amazing advertisements. Nike marketing to attract customers. Number four, direct selling, bypassing intermediaries, which means what? There are two types of sellers. One seller, when he sells his products to the customers, lot of middlemen are involved, right? And the other company where there are no middlemen involved when they are selling the products to the customers. Which product or which business do you guys think can offer customers at a lower price? More middlemen are involved or no middlemen are involved? Taranam Sheikh official, Shubham Kaune, Sneha. Tell me which business, which company can give products to customers at a comparatively low cost. One where middlemen are involved or where middlemen are not involved. Yes, people. Okay, people, obviously, where there are no middlemen involved, middlemen are not involved, middlemen are not. Perfect, perfect, Sneha and Shubham. Perfect, guys. Next is people, after sales service. If you are providing good after sales service to your customers, your company will be better compared to others. Now, if the rivalry is intense, what is the impact on profits? If the competition is super high, you might incur a high cost because of marketing, because of a lot of activities. Now, because you are incurring high cost, your profit will become very, very low. Why? Because if you sell your products at a higher cost, customers will prefer your competitors. So you cannot increase your price of the products. So your margin will be very, very less, guys. Your margin will be very, very less. So the more the rivalry, the lower your profits. The less the rivalry, higher is the profit. Now let's understand rivalry among established companies in phases. Yes, Shubham, Sneha, are you guys with me? Give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Give me a quick thumbs up. Shubham and Sneha. Yes, people. Yes, perfect. Now, people, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 situations we are going to study under 4 types of situation we are going to study under rivalry among established companies. 4 types of situation. The number 1 situation is industry competitive structure. Industry, how is the structure of the industry? Are there a lot of players involved or are there very few strong players involved is the question. Street food industry, chaat industry is a fragmented industry. Why? Because lot of players are involved, small players are involved. So there are very low entry barriers. Over here, no single company has got so much power to control prices. All the chart shops are very small in number. Next, there are a lot of small and medium companies. Next, all sell almost the same quality of bhel, kachda pani puri, shev puri, dahi puri. Next is boom and burst cycle. We are going to understand. Okay. Now, what do you mean by boom and burst cycle? Boom and burst cycle is only applicable to a fragmented industry. Boom and burst cycle are only applicable to fragmented industry. What is the meaning of this, people? If pani puris, let's take an example of clothing brand. Okay, clothing brand. Earlier, 10 years earlier, it was very rare for us to purchase clothes online. It was very rare for us to purchase clothes from online. But the moment Amazon came, the moment Flipkart came, the moment Myntra came, everyone realized that there is a lot of demand in the industry. There is a lot of demand in the industry. So everyone came into this industry. Now that everyone entered into the industry, Myntra, Jabong, Snapdeal, Agio, Amazon, Flipkart, and so on. A lot of companies now enter into the market. Now what people? Now this will lead to price drop. Now they will all compete against each other as to who is going to sell the products to the customers at a low price. The ones who have got so much amount of money that they can sell their product at low cost continuously, the ones who cannot sell, the ones who do not have that much money, the one who cannot afford to give discount, the ones who cannot give discount, that company will close down. That is called as burst. Easy people. Boom and burst. Sneha, Shivam. Understood, guys? In boom, what happens is demand is high. A lot of businesses enter into the market. Everyone earn a lot of money. Then in burst cycle, what happens is now there are too many businesses, because of which now they all compete against prices, and the ones who cannot give clothes at a discount will just shut down. That is called as burst. So number one is industry, fragmented industry. Next is people, consolidated industry. Means what people? Few large companies like telecom industry, Jio, Vodafone, Idea, Airtel, airline industry, also very less people, Indigo, Air India, Vistara. If one company changes price, if Jio changes the price of their mobile plans, Airtel, Vodafone, Idea are now forced to change the prices of their mobile plan. Why? Because if Jio is giving at free, Jio is giving at a low cost, all the customers will go to Jio. This can lead to price war, reducing the profit, and companies may follow the dominant players' pricing. The ones who is dominant, all the companies will follow whatever he will do. Is called as dominant players pricing. So number one is people we understood was industries competitive structure. It can be fragmented, small businesses in large number, or it can be consolidated, few large companies. Next is people industry demand impact. Industry demand impact. Smartphone industry 2010 to 2020. Okay, before that let's understand what is the meaning of growing demand. Means less rivalry. Companies can grow without stealing market share. More opportunities for everyone. Higher profitability across industry. What is the meaning of this, guys? Industry is very attractive. EV industry is very attractive. There are very less players in the market. No matter how many players are there right now, all of them can earn huge profit without taking each other's market share, because rivalry is very less over there. Correct? That is for the industry where demand is very high. But where demand is now very low, which means what people? Now for breakfast we do not eat Kellogg's Chocos. We do not eat Kellogg's Chocos. We now have healthy cereal breakfast. We now prefer healthy cereal breakfast. Now Kellogg's Chocos breakfast unhealthy and healthy. Breakfast industry. Unhealthy is Kellogg's. Now Kellogg's Chocos will now have to, now the people are choosing healthy breakfast. Now Kellogg's Chocos, to attract the customers, he will reduce the price. He will reduce the price of the Kellogg's Chocos, because of which all the companies which are into unhealthy breakfast market, now they will have to compete against Kellogg's. Understood, guys? So companies can, over here, companies must compete fiercely to maintain revenue. Kellogg's Chocos, to maintain the revenue, they have to fight hardly compared to other competitors. They can only grow by stealing. They can only grow by taking other competitors' market. This will lead to price war. Easy, people. In industry demand impact, there are two situations. Number one is industry is so attractive that there are very, very less players in the market. So no matter how many players are there in the market, everyone will have their own market share. Everyone will earn more profit. But the moment customers are preferring other items, now that industry is now less attractive. If that industry is very less attractive, now companies in that industry will now start to lower the prices to attract customers, because of which it's going to create price war. Everyone with me? Give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Yes, people, give me a quick thumbs up. Once we are done, we are halfway done, guys. Halfway done. Shubham, Sneha, Taranam Sheikh official. If you did not understand anything, just let me know in the comment section. If you did not understand anything, immediately tell all your doubts in the comment section. Shubham, बड़ी बताना मुझे डाउट, जो भी आपको डाउट आ रहा है. स्नेहा, जो भी डाउट आ रहा है आपको कमेंट सेक्शन में मुझे बताना आप, ठीक है? Now, third type of situation in industry competitive structure is cost conditions. Cost conditions. So 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. So 2.1 is, people, what is 2.1? The structure of the industry is 2.1. 2.2 is industry demand impact. 2.3 is cost condition. Yes, Neha Taravde, can you explain boom and burst cycle? Shubham is saying, sir, fragmented means. Fragmented means, Shubham, small parts. Chart industry is now fragmented market. There are small chart shops everywhere. There are a lot of small chart shops everywhere. So it's a fragmented industry where no chart shop controls anyone. No chart shop controls anyone. All the chart shops have got no power at all. No single chart shop has got any power. It's called as fragmented industry. मतलब छोटे चार्ट शॉप्स बहुत सारे थ्रू आउट इंडिया, जहां पे कोई भी एक चार्ट शॉप की वजह से ही कैन नॉट इन्फ्लुएंस वो प्राइस. अगर चार्ट शॉप का प्राइस कम करेगा तो लोग क्या करेंगे, लोग बाकी चार्ट शॉप में जाएंगे, बिकॉज चार्ट शॉप की कमी तो है नहीं. हम लोग सेम पानीपुरी बेच रहे, सेम शेवपुरी, सेम दहीपुरी बेच रहे हम लोग, करेक्ट? तो इंडिया में चार्ट शॉप्स की कमी है ही नहीं. बहुत सारे स्मॉल चार्ट शॉप्स इंडिया में बहुत सारे हैं. अगर कस्टमर को एक चार्ट शॉप पसंद नहीं आया तो वो दूसरे चार्ट शॉप के पास जाएगा. तो कोई भी चार्ट शॉप के पास पावर ही नहीं है. इसको बोलेंगे हम लोग फ्रैगमेंटेड इंडस्ट्री. स्नेहा तरवडे, कैन यू एक्सप्लेन बूम एंड बस्ट? ओके, बूम एंड बस्ट कहां है? यहां पे बूम एंड बस्ट आते हैं यहां पे. ओके, तो मान लो बेटा जी, मान लो हम लोग चेन्नई में, हम लोग अभी लेट्स अज्यूम दैट वी आर इन चेन्नई राइट नाउ. चेन्नई में देयर आर वेरी वेरी लेस चार्ट शॉप्स. चेन्नई में चार्ट शॉप्स इज वेरी लेस, बट दैट इंडस्ट्री इन चेन्नई इज अ वेरी ग्रोइंग इंडस्ट्री. सो अगर शुभम, स्नेहा, मैं, बहुत सारे लोग अगर चेन्नई में, इफ यू ओपन चार्ट शॉप्स, if every one of us open a chart shop in Chennai, we all will earn huge amount of profit because that industry is very very attractive over there. सब लोग प्रॉफिट कमाएंगे, सब लोग पैसा कमाएंगे, सबके पास अपना अपना मार्केट रहेगा, कोई किसी का मार्केट छीनेगा नहीं. बिकॉज इन चेन्नई इंडस्ट्री डिमांड इज वेरी हाई फॉर चार्ट शॉप्स. Now, after 5 years, 6 years, earlier only 100 players were there in Chennai for chart shops. Now, 10,000 players are now in Chennai for chart shops. 10,000 players are there in Chennai for chart shops. Now, people, if 10,000 players are there in Chennai chart shops, now to attract consumers, we will have to give discount. We will have to give a discount. So, if we are giving a discount, the one who cannot give discount, उनका जो चार्ट शॉप है वो बंद हो जाएगा, बिकॉज वो डिस्काउंट में ऑफर नहीं कर रहे चार्ट. लेकिन जो चार्ट डिस्काउंट में ऑफर कर रहा है, मतलब उसके पास पैसा बहुत है, वो सर्वाइव करेगा. हु इज नॉट बी एबल टू गिव डिस्काउंट, ही विल नॉट सर्वाइव. ओके, सो बूम साइकिल मतलब क्या? चेन्नई में इंडस्ट्री इज वेरी हाई फॉर चार्ट मार्केट, सो 100 प्लेयर्स एंटर इनटू द चार्ट मार्केट. बूम साइकिल, बिजनेस जबरदस्त तरीके से बढ़ रहा है, कोई किसी का मार्केट लेना है, इसको बोलेंगे हम लोग बूम साइकिल. बट एक बार बूम हो गया, उसके बाद क्या हो जाएगा बेटा जी? एवरीवन 10,000 पीपल विल स्टार्ट टू ओपन चार्ट शॉप इन चेन्नई, जिसके वजह से इट विल गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद बर्स्ट साइकिल. अगर 10,000 प्लेयर्स मार्केट में है, जो डिस्काउंट नहीं दे पा रहा है, दैट कंपनी विल क्लोज डाउन एंड द वन हु इज एबल टू गिव डिस्काउंट, दैट कंपनी विल सर्वाइव. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज बर्स्ट साइकिल. बूम साइकिल में companies keeps on growing in the industry. Burst cycle में companies keeps on closing down in the industry. Understood guys? Shubham, Sneha. Perfect guys, perfect. Yes. Now cost condition. What do you mean by cost condition? So people, if I start an airline industry in India today, if I start an airline industry in India today, so is it easy to start an airline industry? No, because बहुत सारा खर्चा उसमें involved होगा. Lot of fixed costs are involved. If I want to start an airline industry, it's going to be a very, very costly thing for me. So high fixed cost means more competition. Let's understand how. Expenses regardless of sales, rent, machinery, sales, which means what people? If I start an airline company, irrespective of मेरे flights जा रहे हैं या नहीं, मुझे employees को I need to pay them salary. अरे yes people, if I start an airline industry today, I have to purchase aircrafts, I have to purchase machinery, I have to hire employees. Now irrespective of my flights is going or not, my business is going well or not, I have to pay my fixed cost, that is salary, to all my employees. If sales are very, very low, if my sales are very, very low, now to pay salary to my employees, what will I do? I will try to reduce the prices of the tickets. I will try to reduce the prices of the tickets. Correct? Yes or no? Sneha, Shubham. If I have to now pay salary to all my employees, if I have to pay the rent of the aircraft, even though my sales is very, very low, I will have to offer tickets at a low price to attract more customers. So if I'm giving prices, if I'm selling tickets at a very, very low price, then all the competitors will start to sell tickets at a low price because I am selling tickets at a low price, because of which now again competition will be intense. Understood guys? 2.3 is cost condition. To now recover the cost that I have put in my business, I will try to lower the price for my customers. If I try to lower the price for my customers, now all my competitors will also have to lower the price of the customers, so that customers customers will use our airline. Understood, guys? Next is people. Okay, next, weak firms in high fixed cost industries often cut prices first. Weak firm means what, people? Weak companies. The ones who cannot now people, there are two type of companies: strong, rich airline, weak airline, small. Now this is the seats, vacant seats in the flights. Now people, strong airline which has got huge amount of money, even if their flights are not fully occupied, they wouldn't mind अगर फ्लाइट में टिकट्स पूरे बुक हुए भी नहीं है तो इनको फर्क पड़ेगा नहीं, बिकॉज इनके पास पैसा बहुत है, राइट? सो बट वीक फर्म्स के लिए फर्क पड़ेगा. दे कैन नॉट अफोर्ड टू कीप द सीट्स वेकेंट because they have to recover fixed cost. These people have got so much amount of money, they can easily pay their fixed cost. But क्या weak airline के पास पैसा है उतना to pay the fixed cost? No. So in that case, these are the ones that will reduce the prices first to attract more customers so that they can pay the fixed cost. Understood, Shubham Sneha? Give me a quick thumbs up. The next is people, guys, if you have got any doubt, just let me know. मैं आपको explain कर दूंगा, ठीक है? तब तक I am going on to the next topic. Okay? Sneha, Shubham. Okay. Next, people, now we are studying. Let me tell you what we are studying. We are studying force number 2. Rivalry among established companies is what we are studying. इसमें we understood first type of situation is the structure of the industry. Number 2, we understood the demand of the industry's impact. Number 3, the cost condition of the industry. Number 4 is exit barriers. Exit barrier means what, people? It is very difficult for a company to close down. It is very difficult for a company to close down. कंपनी बंद करने के लिए मुझे खर्चा बहुत ज्यादा होगा, इसको बोलेंगे हम लोग एग्जिट बैरियर. सो आई कीप रनिंग माई कंपनी बिकॉज कंपनी चलाना इज सस्ता कंपेयर टू कंपनी बंद करना जो कि है महंगा पड़ेगा मुझे. ओके, समझेंगे व्हाट आर द टाइप्स ऑफ एग्जिट बैरियर्स. नंबर 1 टाइप ऑफ एग्जिट बैरियर्स पीपल, हाई फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट ऑफ एग्जिट. You have to pay salaries to employees. जब तुम एम्प्लॉयज को निकालते हो कंपनी से, तुमको 2 या 3 साल का सैलरी पे करना पड़ेगा उनको, जबकि तुम्हारे काम भी नहीं कर रहे. You have to pay them a lot of money because they are leaving your company. You have to keep them for 3 years. You have to pay them salary for 3 years. Number 2, you have to give them pension. You have to give them all the health benefits, which is going to be costly for you. Number 3, if you terminate your contract with the supplier because you are closing down the company, it's again going to be costly for you. So that is the reason why it is high fixed cost of exit. Number 2, emotional attachment. Just because my family is in a business of diamond business since 100 years, even though diamond business is not running well, still I will continue this diamond business. Why? Because emotionally I am attached to this diamond business. Emotionally I am attached to the diamond business. Number 3, economical dependence on one industry. You do not have any other alternate source of revenue. That is the reason why you are doing what you are doing. All your investments are only tied to one industry. There is no diversification of investments. आपका सारा इन्वेस्टमेंट एक ही इंडस्ट्री पे है. नंबर 4 इज expensive assets to maintain, which means what people, you have got so many high expensive assets that it is very difficult for you to sell those assets. You cannot sell network infrastructure if you are into telecom business. You cannot sell your machinery which is very big machinery if you are into manufacturing. It is not easy to sell aircrafts if you are closing down the airline business. That is the reason why you are continuing the business. उसके बाद है बेटा जी bankruptcy regulation. Law allowed continued operation under legal protection, creates prolonged oversupply, distorts competition with low prices, exit barriers keep unprofitable firms operating, excess competition, low profits for all. Which means what people, company has decided to close down, but the NCLT, the court is not allowing the company to close down because a lot of creditors, a lot of shareholders are involved. So that is the reason why court has asked your company to continue for 1 or 2 years. Again, how are you going to continue if you have got no business? So exit barriers are also done, guys. Exit barriers are also done. Now quickly, force 3, force 4 and force 5. Very easy. Quickly we'll complete this people. Okay. उसके बाद सारे टॉपिक्स बहुत ही छोटे छोटे 1 घंटे में हो जाएगा हमारा. 1 घंटे में हो जाएगा guys. Okay guys. Give me a quick thumbs up whoever is watching right now. Yes, Sneha, Shubham, let's continue. Taranam, Sheikh official, let's continue, buddy. Shall we continue or do you want 5 minutes break? Sagar, where is Sagar? Let's continue or break? Perfect. So people, next force number 3 is people bargaining power of buyers. Bargaining power of buyers. Which means what? Ability of the customers to control the prices. Ability of the customers to control the prices of business. So people, there are 2 types of buyers. Individual buyers like you and me, or business buyers, business customers like wholesalers are business buyers. Now if your customers are very strong, which means what, there are a lot of alternatives available for customers, so in that case customer is stronger than you, which is bad for companies. Forces, if there are a lot of alternatives available, you cannot sell products at a higher cost to your customers. If you do, customer will prefer your competitors who is offering products at a low cost. So you are forced to offer products or services at a low cost because customers requires low cost. Demand better quality, that is high cost. If the customers are demanding better quality, you will have to incur expenditure to maintain the high cost. If the customer is very weak, there are no alternatives available for customers. In that case, you can easily increase the prices, you can easily lower the quality to save cost, because customers do not have any alternative to go for. Understood, guys? Give me a quick thumbs up. Now we'll understand, when can buyers have more power? When can buyers have more power? There are 5 situations where buyers have more power. Number 1 is buyers have got a lot of choices. Number 1. Number 2, buyers purchase in large quantities. People have told you there are 2 type of company. Let's say Walmart, a big company, and a startup retail retail store. Startup retail store. Next is Walmart. Walmart is a very big company, people. Walmart is a very big company. So if there is a wholesaler and Walmart is purchasing goods in bulk, but he is not purchasing goods in bulk. Now, because Walmart is purchasing goods in bulk, which is very rare for a wholesaler, now Walmart can ask for a discount because he is purchasing goods at bulk. Negotiates low prices. Over here, smaller suppliers must comply, otherwise they will lose such a big order. Small suppliers, small wholesalers have to comply, have to accept whatever Walmart says, otherwise they will lose such a big business. Small businesses buying few items have no such power. This person does not have any power. This person has got huge amount of power. Next is suppliers depend on very few buyers. Suppliers depend on very few buyers, which means what? There are very few buyers available. Suppliers are more, but very few buyers are available. In that case, suppliers will fight for the buyers. Tata Motors, Maruti buy parts from suppliers. Okay, over here, people, let's take an example of this. Supplier A, Tata Motors plus Maruti purchases raw material parts from supplier A. Now people, supplier A's 70% of business comes from Tata Motors and Maruti. Supplier's 70% business comes from Tata Motors and Maruti. So in this case, people, in this case, supplier A को वो सब करना पड़ेगा जो Tata Motors and Maruti बोल रहे हैं, because 70% of business comes from Tata Motors and Maruti. इसको बोलेंगे suppliers depend on very few buyers. Okay. Next is people low switching cost. Amazon Pay, agar if this mobile is costing me 1 lakh rupees and in Flipkart it is costing me 90,000 rupees, I will obviously go to Flipkart. So is it easy or is it difficult to choose Flipkart or Amazon, guys? Shubham, Taranam Official, Sneha, tell me, guys, is it easy for me to order item from Flipkart or is it difficult? Easy, perfect. So switching cost is very low. Switching cost is very low. So in this case also, buyers are more powerful compared to the sellers. Next, buyers can threaten backward integration. I've told you people, give an example of Elon Musk. Elon Musk purchases batteries from Panasonic. Elon Musk purchases batteries from Panasonic. Panasonic is the supplier, Elon Musk is the buyer. Now the moment when Panasonic increased the prices of the batteries, Elon Musk ने क्या किया? Elon Musk started making his own batteries. Elon Musk, the moment Panasonic increased the prices of batteries, Elon Musk started to make his own batteries. That is called as backward integration. Tesla making the own batteries. Buyers are manufacturing or producing what suppliers used to give to the buyers. Easy people, very easy. I have included all the real life examples to make this marathon super interesting, guys. Force number 4, bargaining powers of suppliers. Force number 4, bargaining powers of suppliers. In this case, suppliers are more powerful. In this case, suppliers are more powerful. Strong supplier power. If the supplier is very strong, it is bad for the companies or buyers. If the supplier power is very weak, it is good for the buyers. Now, when will suppliers have more power? Suppliers have got more power when there are very few alternatives. There are very few alternatives for the buyer. In that case, supplier is more powerful. 4.2 suppliers are not dependent on one industry. If bank suppliers, let's take an example of Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft Office is used by banking industry, Microsoft Office is used by IT industry, Microsoft Office is used by hospital industry, medicine industry, pharmaceutical industry. Now, if pharmaceutical industry tells Microsoft that we do not want your products because it is very costly, do you think it's going to impact Microsoft Office people? Do you think it is going to impact Microsoft Office? Why? Because they have got a lot of industries where they can deal in. Understood, guys? Give me a quick thumbs up, guys, if you have not understood, if you have understood everything, and if you have not understood anything, people, just tell me whatever you have not understood quickly. Okay, guys? Next, if the switching cost is very high, Apple and semiconductor. I told you guys, Apple is dependent on the semiconductors, and majority of semiconductors are produced by Taiwan manufacturing company. Taiwan manufacturing company manufactures majority of the semiconductors. Now, if Taiwan manufacturing company increases the prices of semiconductors, Apple cannot make their own semiconductors. Apple is completely dependent on Taiwan semiconductors manufacturing company. So over here, when the switching cost is very low, if it is very difficult to switch for alternatives, over there supplier again enjoys more power. Supplier again enjoys more power. Next, suppliers can forward integrate. Suppliers can forward integrate, which means what, people? Apple's raw materials is manufactured by Foxconn. Apple's raw material, iPhone, iPad, MacBook, raw materials are manufactured by Foxconn. Correct? Now, Foxconn is a supplier, Apple is a buyer. Now, if Foxconn starts to make their own mobile phones, it is called as forward integration. Very easy. Shubham, Sneha, Taranam Sheikh official. Understood, guys? Understood? Give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Next, companies cannot make their own inputs. In this case, like I've example told you, Tesla, the moment Panasonic increased their prices, Tesla started to make their own factories. Tesla started to make their own batteries. That is called as backward integration. So when Tesla is not able to make their own batteries, that is called as companies cannot make their own inputs. Example people, example, airline industry. Who sells aircrafts to the air industry people? Boeing, Airbus sell aircrafts to the airline industry. Now people, aircraft does not include engine. Engine is made by some other person, and that some other person is called as Rolls Royce. So Rolls Royce manufactures engines for Boeing and Airbus. Boeing and Airbus manufactures aircrafts for all the airline industry. So Boeing and Airbus cannot make the engines. Only one person can make the engine. Who is that? Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce. So companies, when they cannot make their own inputs, again suppliers have got more power. He is a supplier. Okay people, next, last force number 5. Threat of substitutes, very easy people. If coffee price starts to increase, you will prefer tea. If Coke price starts to increase, you will prefer Pepsi. Strong substitutes is bad for Coke. Weak substitutes is good for the company. That's it. We are done with the chapter of Pestle Value Chain Porter's 5 framework. We are done with the lengthiest chapter of strategic management, guys. Let's take break of 5 minutes. Okay people, 5 minutes break. We'll meet at 6:46 p.m. Okay, within half an hour, 45 minutes, we will be done with the second chapter, which is very important for the subject of strategic management. Okay people, so I will see you at 6:46. Give me a quick thumbs up, guys, quickly. Yes, people. Sneha, Shubham, Taranam Sheikh official. Everybody with me? Come on, guys. Give me a quick thumbs up. फटाफट थम्स अप दो गाइस. शुरू करते हैं फटाफट. चलो गाइस, we'll finish this in half an hour max. Oh. Yes guys, half an hour में खत्म करेंगे इसको फटाफट. Yes. SWOT analysis number 1. SWOT, S means strength, W means weakness, O means opportunities, T means threat, C for challenges. Apple, strength is brand value and innovation is the strength of Apple. Loyal customers like me are the strength of Apple. Weakness is, let's take an example of, for a restaurant, weakness can be slow service, can be a weakness. Opportunities, rising demand for EV can be an opportunity for automobile industry. Next, threats means what, people? Netflix facing competition from Disney and Hotstar can be a threat for Netflix. External risk that can harm the business. Challenges means what, people? Difficulties in adapting to change. Smartphone companies, they consistently require innovation. They continuously requires innovation. Smartphone company. Then only people will buy mobile phones from the smartphone companies. Now, what are the limitations of SWOT analysis? Number 1 is, guys, this event can be both. Means what? If you want to set up a nuclear power plant अगर set करना है, it's a very big opportunity, but there is also a threat because of safety risk. If anything happens, it's going to be disastrous. Number 2, can result in long unfocused lists. Companies often list too many strengths, too many weaknesses, too many opportunities. Number 3 is, people, over generalization. Statements may be very vague and unhelpful. Means what, people? We have a great customer service. This cannot be a strength. You should be very specific. Why are your customers very loyal to you? You have to specify why exactly you have a great customer service. Okay guys. Next, complex issue को oversimplify करना is another disadvantage. A market may look like an opportunity, but cultural barriers could ruin success. Which means what? We cannot say that beef business in India is a very good opportunity. Why? Because India is the highest exporter of beef, but people, India is also the lowest consumer of beef. So business environments are dynamic, keeps on changing, does not capture cultural complexities. Next is personal bias affects the results. Overstating a strength to support an already made investment choice. What is the meaning of this? Managers might manipulate अपने मन से वो SWOT analysis को वो लोग करेंगे. Means what? Managers can based on their bias, just because managers feel it is a strength, they cannot state it as a strength. Confusion between internal and external factors. A strong brand is a strength, but expanding that brand is an opportunity. Next, people, focusing too much on existing strengths does not encourage building new capabilities. SWOT analysis does not take into consideration of adapting to changes and new capabilities. Sneha, Shubham, Taranam Sheikh official, everyone with me, give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Next chapter, portfolio analysis and BCG matrix. So there are two types of portfolio techniques. Number one is people BCG growth matrix. Number two is General Electric business screen. So what is General Electric business screen? Let's understand. Categorizes business based on three categories. Industry, how attractive is it in the industry? Number two, uska kya business strength hai? What is the strategy? Let's take an example of Apple. iPhone industry is very attractive, so business strength is very high, so invest heavily is the strategy. General Electric. Number two, MacBooks industry attractiveness is very medium. Why? Because PC industry is also there. MacBook and PC are strong competitors. In this case, business strength is high, so you should maintain the position. Apple has a strong brand loyalty. Okay. Next, Apple TV Plus, high industry attractiveness. Streaming industry is going high, so business strength is very low. Why? Because Apple competes with Disney and Netflix. So investment should be made very carefully, selectively. Number four is people iPods. iPod industry is very low people. Attractiveness is very low. So Apple, now today we all have Spotify, Savan, all types of music players. So in this case, business is declining for iPods. Hence, the strategy should be to withdraw the investment from iPods. This is called as General Electric portfolio technique. Industry attractiveness, business strength and strategy. Easy. Give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Everybody give me a quick thumbs up. Sneha, Shubham, Taranum, Sheikh, Official, Sahil. Buddies, where are you? Yes, perfect. Now people, let's understand BCG growth matrix. BCG growth matrix. So BCG growth matrix categorizes the portfolio into four categories. Number one is stars, cash cows, question mark, dogs. Stars means what people? Industry is very attractive, plus you have a very big market share. Example, Coca-Cola, zero sugar. Industry is very attractive and Coke owns a big market share in that industry, is called as stars. Number two is cash cows, which means what people? You already have a huge market share in the industry, and the industry is growing very slowly. Industry is growing. It is not it is not an attractive industry now. It's a normal industry now. It is not attractive. It is not less attractive also. Example, normal Coca-Cola. So low growth and high market share. Number three, question mark, which means what people? Growth is very high, but market share is very low. Industry is very attractive, but you own a very low market share. Smart water, competing in the premium water segment, but you face a lot of competition. Okay. Next is dog people. What is the meaning of dog? Industry is less attractive, plus you own a very little market share. Diet Coke, declining popularity due to changing consumer preferences for healthier alternatives. So BCG matrix is done, people. So investment for stars is to invest to maintain or grow leadership. For question mark, where industry is people low growth plus high market share. Industry is growing slightly, the industry is growing very slowly, but you have a big market share. So you should selectively invest or divest depending on the potential. Example, people, Netflix entered a growing DVD streaming market with low share, heavy investment turn into a major player. I've also given you people example. Just read the example. You will easily able to understand it. Next people, cash cows. High market share in a low growth market, generate steady cash with minimal investment. Apple iPhone is a cash cow, and dogs is people low market share in a low declining market. Strategy should be to consider divestment or shut down that business. Harvest profits and use cash to fund stars and question mark. Basically, if you are into Coca-Cola Classic, you should invest all that money into stars or question mark. Understood people? Everyone with me? Just give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Give me a quick thumbs up. Now people, advantages. You can get a visual representation of the business portfolio when you arrange your business into stars, question mark, cash cows and dogs. Highlights of financial demands of high growth business. You will know that which business is growing rapidly, which business is not growing rapidly. You can till then you can easily correct your investment, whether to invest or divest. Reminds that stars can become cash cows over time, which means what? The one which was seen as a high market share plus great industry, it can become a cash cow. What is the meaning of cash cow? High market share but now low growth, because you have already captured majority of the market. Encourages efficient reallocation of surplus resources from cash cows to other units. So if you are in an industry where growth rate is very low but you have obtained a majority of the market, so you can use all that money towards stars and question mark. Easy. Now what are limitations? What counts as high or low market is subjective. Companies might define markets narrowly. I will say that I have a very high market share in, let's say, soft drink business, but क्या मैं international business consideration में ले रहा हूं क्या? If I take international business into consideration, my market share is very low. So high and low market share is very, very subjective. Different people may view it as differently. Capital market assumptions assumes investment must come from internal flows, ignoring that companies raise external funds. What is the meaning of this, people? We all have seen that normally cash cow से जो पैसा आ रहा है, we should invest into question mark and stars, right? So people, we can also get investment from outsiders, right? तो क्या ये चीज लेता है कंसिडरेशन में? नहीं लेता है. BCG matrix does not take into consideration investment received from outsiders. Next is people, unkind to business animals, which means what, people? Cash cows are milked and neglected, which means what? The money you are getting from an industry whose growth rate is very, very slow, but you have obtained a major market share. You are using that money negligibly. Means what? Dogs are shut down or sold off, potentially losing strategic value. Which means what, people? जो तुम पैसा ले रहे हो, जो तुम पैसा तुम उठा रहे हो अपने कैश का उससे, let's say classic coke business करके जो तुम पैसा आ रहा है, the business you are doing from classic coke, if you do not use it wisely, is going to be a unkind to cash cows. Cash cow के लिए ठीक नहीं होगा वो. तुम लोग बिजनेस का सही यूज नहीं कर रहे हो अगर तुम ठीक से उसको इन्वेस्ट नहीं कर रहे हो. डॉग्स मतलब क्या बेटा जी? डॉग्स मींस व्हाट? दोस कैटेगरी ऑफ बिजनेस हुज मार्केट शेयर इज वेरी वेरी लो, प्लस इंडस्ट्री इज आल्सो वेरी वेरी लो. सो इट डजंट मैटर, पीपल. सोनी प्लेस्टेशन was once a dog struggling segment, but strategic reinvestment turned into a means what? जो business तुमको लग रहा है, that business which you feel is not performing well, you cannot shut down it immediately, right? उसको dogs बोल के हमें shut down नहीं करना चाहिए हमें. What we should do instead is we should try to improve that business, correct? So we are done with the 9.4. अभी next people 9.5. Everyone with me guys? Shubham, Sneha, give me 10 minutes guys. We'll totally wrap it up. 10 minutes में chapter 9 we will wrap it up. Give me a quick thumbs up guys. Sneha, Shubham. Okay guys, okay, perfect. Now stages in strategy planning people. सबसे पहले whenever you are planning a strategy, always you should ensure that what is your mission, what is your goal. First take that into consideration. पहले goal set करो, पहले mission set करो, उसके बाद analyze the external environment, assess the external environment. What is the external environment? What is the threats? What are the opportunities? First you should find out goal क्या है, उसके बाद external environment you should analyze. Then people you should analyze your internal environment. क्या तुम्हारे पास strength है, तुम्हारा क्या weakness है, पहले वो analyze करो. उसके बाद you select the right strategy. Then you have to implement the strategy. Then जो भी strategy तुम implement कर रहे हो, whatever strategy you are implementing, ensure that तुमको उसका feedback, तुमको उसका result मिल रहा है. When you get the result, you will try to improve that strategy. Easy people, everyone with me, give me a quick thumbs up guys. Example दिया है guys मैंने, फटाफट example के साथ तुम पढ़ो. It's going to be a very cakewalk for you. ठीक है? Now last chapter people, last chapter, then we are done. Yes people, give me a quick thumbs up. Sneha, Shubham, give me a quick thumbs up guys. Perfect. Now let's continue. Traditional strategic planning and scenario planning, decentralized planning, क्या फर्क है? Decentralized planning का क्या फायदा है? What is the benefit of decentralized planning? What is the benefit of scenario planning? And what are the disadvantages of traditional planning? समझेंगे. Nature of planning. Traditional planning involves top management creates a structural long-term plan. Traditional planning does not involve middlemen. Traditional planning does not involve lower level management. But scenario planning में क्या होता है बेटा जी? We are taking into consideration all types of possible scenarios that can happen. If we are implementing one strategy, what all can happen so that we can change our strategy accordingly. उसको बोलेंगे हम लोग scenario planning. Decentralized planning को क्या बोलेंगे? Starbucks example. Starbucks example, store managers give feedback to a top level management that customers require this type of service, customer requires that type of service. So top level management, after they listen to lower level management, after they listen to middle level management, they implement, they start to make strategies, right? So decentralized में middle level and lower level management भी are involved, but traditional में only top level management are involved. This is a disadvantage. Next is people, adaptability of change. Top level management, whatever they say, it's a fixed plan. It is not flexible. But in case of scenario planning, tracks, indicators, interest rate increase हो रहा है, inflation rate increase हो रहा है, everything is taken into consideration. Okay guys, participation in planning, only top level management involved. यहाँ पे it encourages strategic thinking based on different future possibilities. All types of possibilities are included whenever we make any strategy. But over here, top, lower level and middle level management are also taken into consideration whenever they make any strategy. Very easy, people. Nothing rocket science. Success source. Success expected from plan, strategy, execution. जितना अच्छे तुम execute करेंगे उतना अच्छा है. But in scenario planning, prepares for unexpected by having multiple flexible strategy. So, scenario planning enables innovation from all levels, not just top management. In this case, middle level management, lower level management, everyone is involved, not just top level management. Understood, guys? Very easy. Next, cognitive biases in strategic decision making and to mitigate. इसके बाद we are done, people. 5 minutes, just 5 minutes will be done. Okay. Common cognitive biases in strategic decision making and techniques. Means what, people? How emotional, whenever we make any decisions, we are emotional. जब भी हम कोई decision लेते हैं, we are emotional. ठीक है? तो how to reduce emotional decision making, we'll understand. Number one is, people, prior hypothesis basis, which means what? Sticking to old beliefs despite new evidence. Blockbuster had ignored कि भाई लोगों के घर में इंटरनेट आने वाला है. Blockbuster ignored that everyone is going to have internet in their home, so they did not invest into streaming. So how do you mitigate? How do you reduce such type of decisions where one person should challenge the other person, and it should be a proper discussion when everybody is challenging everyone? Correct? Sir, my phone's battery is about to finish. I will watch remaining lecture. Perfect. Okay, no problem, Shubham. No problem. Next, escalating commitment, continuing to invest in failing projects. Kodak company invested in cameras despite digital rise. So, how do you reduce this risk, people? By again having debates and to find possible solutions. Very easy. Next, reasoning by analogy, applying simple analogy to complex problems. Example, Nokia what assumed was, even though smartphones were successful, Nokia still assumed that जो normal button वाले phone जो होंगे, we are going to be successful in that business. This was the wrong decision making of Nokia. So this is outside view. So how do you mitigate this risk? By analyzing similar past cases for better forecasting. Which means what, people? Has ऐसे कभी situation हुआ है क्या last time की new technique have replaced old techniques? इसको बोलेंगे हम लोग outside view. Representative bias, which means what, people? Generalizing from a small vivid example. WeWork is a office space giving company. WeWork is that company which gives out on rent office spaces. Just because it worked well in Pune, that does not mean that it's going to work throughout India. No. How to challenge this? By debating, challenging the assumptions and comparing broader data. Next, illusion of control, overestimating control over external events. We usually think that even though interest rate जाता है ऊपर, inflation ऊपर जाता है, even though currency rate will fluctuate, still we have control. No, this is beyond our control. We should accept this fact. So how do we challenge this? By discussion, critical debate. Groupthink means what, people? Whatever I am saying, you all are, just because you all are in a group, you'll always say yes to me. Why? Because if nobody is challenging me, that means you will think that whatever I am saying is correct. इसको बोलेंगे group think theory, which is very, very bad. Everyone should challenge each other. Correct? Group agrees without questioning, ignoring the warnings. Done, people. Now let's come to the last topic, that is critical success factors. People, let's say you have opened a pizza outlet. For you, what are factors are critical for your success? Fast delivery is important for your success. Good taste of the pizza is important for your success. affordable pricing, low pricing is also important for your success, right? If these things are not there, you will not be a successful pizza outlet. Okay, so what are the sources of critical success factors? Industry structure, safety and wide flight networks is very important. If you want to say that your flight in company is a very successful company, you should always ensure that your flight is safe and networks, flight के जो भी networks है, बहुत सारे network होंगे, you have got a good network, then only you can say that you are a successful airline industry, airline company. Next is company strategy and position. India's IT firms like TCS and Infosys are all dependent on skilled English speaking workforce that leads to outsourcing. If India may, if there are people who cannot speak English, who are very low skilled, do you think companies like Infosys or TCS company will be in existence? No. All these companies are heavily dependent on skilled people who can speak English. Next is people, external environment. Jio succeeded by quickly adapting to telecom regulations, changes, offering cheap data plans. What is the meaning of this? Government agar koi bhi rules, if government is introducing new rules and regulations in your industry, you should follow that rules and regulations. Then only you will be able to adapt to changes to the government policies. Short-term situations. After Steve Jobs' death, Apple's critical success factor was smooth leadership transition to keep investor confidence. The moment Steve Jobs died, all the investors will now withdraw their investment. Now, to prevent that from happening, you should choose a very, very good leader like Tim Cook. That's it, people. These are the sources of critical success factors. So, people, we are done with the 9th chapter of strategic management. How was it, people? Sneha, Shubham, who all are watching right now, can you give me a quick thumbs up, guys? We are done with the day one marathon of strategic management. Yes, people. Sneha, Shubham, everybody, give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Let's end the session right away. Taranum Sheikh official, where are you, buddy? Thank you, Sneha. Thank you so much. Guys, give me a quick thumbs up who all are watching right now. Welcome, Sneha. Welcome. So, guys, let's see you. I will see you tomorrow. Okay, same time, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay. Any doubt? Just text me on my mobile number. Okay, guys, do one thing. Any doubt you have, immediately drop all your doubts in the YouTube comment section. Okay, YouTube comments and drop all your doubts, so that everyone will be able to understand the answer to your doubts. Okay guys, so I will see you tomorrow 4 p.m. live. Chalo, bye bye. Thank you so much for watching guys.